know, here at the Phantom Gourmet, we don't care if it's fine dining or fast food. We just love meeting chefs that have a lot of fun and a lot of passion. And our next guests are a couple of guys who decided to dedicate their lives to building a better sandwich. Everybody has their one go-to sandwich shop, and if this place were in your neighborhood, you never want to move. At Dough in East Boston, the sandwiches and pizzas all get a little twist, elevating them to the next level of deliciousness. Check out the roast beef with roasted red peppers and caramelized onions, the Reuben burger on grilled marbled rye, or the Cuban made with citrus-spiced pork.
It might just be a sandwich, but there's a lot of things you can do with the sandwich that can make it different and very special.
Co-owner Michael Sanchez has spent his entire life in the restaurant business, while his partner Kevin Curley has taken a less traditional career path.
I was a research scientist too. I did DNA research and genotyping for a pharmacological lab.
And now this mad scientist has moved from the laboratory to the kitchen.
Sometimes I do put the lab coat on when I'm making dough, but no, usually it's just an apron, and I usually make a mess too.
Hand-tossed pizzas, handmade sandwiches, you're gonna need to go to Dough. All right, joining us now are the Doughboys themselves, Michael Sanchez and Kevin Curley. So, fellas, you do a lot more than sandwiches at Dough, even though it's a small place. You got a big menu. But I got to get to some of your subs, especially this Cajun chicken cheesesteak. This thing's kind of off the hook. I mean, explain this one.
It is ridiculous. So we actually start with about 4 blackened chicken tenders. We throw them on the grill, and we let them sit there for a while and press them down and get them nice and blackened. They're actually the spices from Louisiana, and it's a secret little spice of ours. And then we chop it up like a nice steak, and then add roasted red peppers and provolone. And as you see here, it is just ridiculous.
Yeah, it really is. And I know we first featured you guys on the show maybe a year and a half or 2 years ago, and it seems like Phantom fans especially like this Cajun chicken cheesesteak.
Well, you actually did nominate as the dish worth driving to, which was the rocket us to stardom, obviously. And people were driving from Framingham in New Hampshire, and they came here and said, I want this Cajun chicken cheesesteak.
That's what I'm talking about.
And then when they left, they said this was absolutely the dish worth driving to.
Well, there you go.
Absolutely, it's just been nonstop
All
since
right,
then.
now, a lot of cheese on that one, but I'm a grilled cheese man. I mean, for me, that's the most traditional of sandwiches, the grilled cheese. But if you get at a restaurant, sometimes it's kind of like wimpy, skimpy, kind of thing. But you guys do a grilled cheese the right way. I mean, tell me about your grilled cheese.
We do a wonderful grilled cheese, and we also have, with our grilled cheese, we do 3 or 4 soups daily, special soups.
Yeah.
So if you get this grilled cheese, it's grilled on a nice multigrain, thick cut. It's got 4 different kinds of cheeses on top of it. We put a tomato in there, and we bake it in the oven because you sear the bread on the grill with the butter griddle, but you can't finish it with that and melt it perfectly. So you have to finish it in the oven, and then we pull it out, and you can have it with a little tomato soup or one of our Guinness chili or some other
It's absolutely genius. A grilled with so much cheese, you actually have to make it in the oven. I may try and steal that in my own home kitchen. All right, now, when we first featured a story about dough, we were fascinated to find on your menu, there's like, 20 different sandwiches, and one of them has a disclaimer that says this sandwich will take 10 minutes to construct. Explain this thing.
So this is our sandwich called the Vermonter, and it's definitely a masterpiece. It starts with a double thick multigrain bread, and then we start with a sun-dried tomato mayo spread, spread thick, and then we start with honey maple turkey, a little bit of bacon, red onion, and green apple, and then top with smoked Gouda. So
a lot of ingredients.
Absolutely, everything's big and everything's a lot of ingredients, but then of course we have to bake in the oven. It takes about 6-7 minutes to bake. But when it comes out crispy and it's you get the apple, you get the bacon, you get all that smoky and the smoked Gouda, it's amazing. It actually just bursts with flavor.
Now, do people think it actually is worth the 10-minute wait? I mean, that's a lot. When I want a sandwich, I want a sandwich now.
Well, the key is the disclaimer, first of all. But second of all is, especially when we're jamming out, we have a ton of sandwiches to make, we try to get it done as fast as possible. We're getting very efficient at what we're doing right now. But, yeah, absolutely. Well, the key is the nice toast, though. You got to give it some time. We can't rush perfection. We want, we're trying to give you perfection.
Now,
if we want it in 5 minutes, we can do it, but,
No, I don't want to rush you, but we only have 4 minutes to construct this segment. So I want to talk about your pizza as well. Because, I mean, you're called Dough. You do a lot of pizzas. And you got this Hawaiian pizza. I hate pineapple on pizza, except a couple of places, including your Hawaiian. What is this thing?
Well, so the secret of this one is it starts with an olive oil and garlic base, so it's no red sauce. Red sauce in pineapple is a little bit different. But so it starts with a white base, and then we do a fresh mozzarella, but then pineapple, prosciutto. But the key is you put the coconut on first, and it goes in the oven and it toasts.
The toasted coconut.
That is the secret, absolutely. That changes the coconut flavor, and actually, I'm not a big coconut fan.
Yeah.
I love this pizza. So because once the toast gets in there, it changes that flavor and gives a little bit of some smoky and actually takes the coconut a little bit out, and it matches well with the prosciutto and the pineapple. Ridiculous.
There it is. It is dough. It is East Boston, everybody. I highly recommend you go in there. Dish worth driving to and more, including a Hawaiian pizza. All right, coming up, it's often imitated.